Hello children, welcome back to CK classes. Myself Police CK and subscribe to my channel for more learning content. And today I'm going to I'm going to solve about the 5 top problems of arithmetic progressions for 10th standard. Let's not waste time. Let's get started with question 1. The question 1 goes like this. Which term of AP which term of an the AP 21, 18, 15, 21, 18, 15, etc. is 0. So I want to find which term, the term 0 comes on which position of this AP. So now here, so first let me write the sequence as it is 21, 18, 15, etc. So before I could solve this problem, so let us recall some important points so comes under AP. As you know, the AN of AP is A plus N minus 1 into D. So this AN is an nth term. It is a variable. So and you can find position by using that variable. You can find number of turns by using that one. So many applications we already studied. So I'm using one of the concept comes in the AN to solve this problem. I'll read the question. Now let's collect some data from here. So A, as you know, first term, that is 21, and you need to find common difference for this. So D is equal to A2 minus A1, that could be 18 minus 21. So now you need to subtract 18 from 21, that is will be 3, and greater than sign, that will be minus 3. Since you need to find 0 or 0th position, so you have to assume AN as 0. Now I'll go for the solution section. The solution for this problem is very simple. AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. We just put all the values what we got here. AN is equal to 0. That could be A equals 21 plus N, I need to find it, minus 1 into D. D is minus 3. So just transpose 21 this side. That is minus 21 is equal to, so minus 3 into plus n is minus 3n, minus 3 into minus 1 is plus 3. Now take plus 3 this side and you can simplify it. That is minus 21 minus 3 is equal to minus 3n. So now minus 21 minus 3 is minus 24 is equal to minus 3n. So divide both sides by minus 3, because minus 3 is attached to n. Minus 3 ones are minus 3 cancel. Here minus and minus, because minus and minus divided by minus, we're going to get plus. So 3 ones are 3, 8s are. So the final, the n is equal to 8. If you assume 0 is the last term, there will be 8 terms. So since you want to find a 0th position, so the answer would be, I think you can answer it. So therefore 0 is a 8th term in a sequence, in a given sequence also equal. Now question 2. The question 2, Subbarao started work in 1995 at an annual salary of rupees 5,000 per year. He is going to get a salary of 5,000 and received an increase of rupees 200 each year. So you can say 200 is an increment you could tell. In which year did his income reach rupees 7,000? So now I need to find on which year his annual salary will be 7,000, which means, so 5,000 was a initial salary. To reach 7,000, how many years the Subbarao is going to take? So let's find a solution by using the concept of AP. So let me write a sequence by using this data what they have given here. So now I'll start with 1995. This 1995. So next year 1996, 1997. So So we can keep on writing. I don't know which year. So now the initial or initial annual salary will be rupees 5,000. So annual increase will be 200. So 1996, how much is going to get? It's rupees 5,200. And 1997, rupees 5,400. So now you can collect data from this one. It's very simple thing. So now the final salary will be the given here. The final salary will be rupees 7,000. So I think your mind is already getting an idea. So how could you solve it? By using the concept of AN. So what we have solved in the previous problem. So let me consider 5,000 as A1, 5,002 as A2 and 5,004 as A3 and finally 7,000 as AN. The same concept. So A is equal to 5,000 and common difference, since 200 is what? Annual increment, directly you could predict. This is defined by A2 minus A1 concept. That is 5,200 minus 5,000. So you are going to get as what? 200 as a common difference. And you got AN already. So let's begin. So AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So what is AN there is? AN is 7,000. 7,000 is equal to A. The A equals 5,000 plus N minus 1 into D will be 200. So now transpose 5,000 here. That is 7,000 minus 5,000 is equal to, you just distribute it, is 200 times n, it's 200 and 200 times minus 1 is minus 200. So 7,000 minus 5,000 is, it's 2,000. So 200 again, now can you do one more step here? You can transpose minus 200 this side. It becomes plus 200 is equal to 200 yen. So 2000 plus 200 is 2200 is equal to 200, and since 200 is attached to n, you need n. So you just divide both sides by 200. So 200 and 200 will cancel. Here you can cancel 0 and these two zeros will be cancelled. Plus 2 ones are 2 11s are. Therefore, n is equal to 11 years. The year is income will be 7,000 will be. It's very easy to predict right now. So is income 7,000 in the year will be, for 1995 you need to add 11 years. So finally, so 2006 you are going to get an answer, which means, so 2006 is annual income will be rupees 7,000. Now question 3. The 17th term of an AP exceeds its 10th term by 7. Find the common difference. So this was a bit tricky question. So now in this question, my main target is to find the common difference. So let's collect data from what they have given there. The 17th term of an AP that exceeds its 10th term. So just I'll write a solution by using the statement. The solution goes like this. The 17th term, the symbolized form of 17th term will be A17. AP exceeds its 10th term. That's A17 term is exceed. The word exceed means increases, which means, so now here the plus I'm writing. This plus indicates the exceeded amount of you could tell. So now here exceeds its 10th term. What could be the 10th term then? A10 by how much? That is 7. It's very simple. The 17th term of an AP exceeds its 10th term by 7. I'm repeating, it's very important one for your examination, or you can solve a different type of questions on these kind of statements. 17th term of an AP is exceeds 10th term by 7. So as you know what A17 actually represents, it represents the 17th term of an AP. So A17 can be written as A plus 16D is equal to A10. What you could be, what you could do, what you could write it now. So A10 means what? A plus 9D plus 7. So it's time to simplify. So can I cancel A and A? Yes, you could cancel them. Since they are in a different position, if you transfer A to that side, it will be negative A, so that we can cancel it out. Now transfer 9D to that side. So 16D minus 9D is equal to 7. So if you subtract 9 from 16, how much you are going to get? That could be 7D is equal to 7. You need D, but 7 is attached. So divide both sides by 7. So D is equal to, so 7 ones are, 7 ones are, 7 7 will cancel. So 1 by 1 means what? 1. Therefore, the required common difference will be 1. Now question 4. Check whether root 2, root 8, root 18 and root 32 are in AP. So now, so just I'll name this one as A1, this is as A2 and this as A3 and this as A4. The first thing what I have to do, I want to simplify these irrational numbers. So after simplify the irrational number, then I can find the common differences. So by using common difference technique, I could tell that it's the given sequence is an AP or not. So let's simplify it. The root 2 is already in its non-simplified form, so you can't do anything with that as. But root 2 I am writing as it is. But root 8, so there is a square number hide inside it. Which one could be? So 1 has been hidden there, even 4 also hiding between inside the 8. You can say 4 times 2 is 8. That's where 4 is a square number. I could write like this. So 8 can be written as what? 4 into 2. The same thing, let it continues root 18. So your mind might be predicting. So what is the which square number will be hide inside root 18? So yes, the answer will be 9 into 2. The square number is 9. So root 32, that could be 16 into 2. 16 2 is 32, 9 2 is 18 and 4 2 is 8. Now we just take the square root of these numbers. So root 2 write as it is. Here root 4 means that is 2 root 2. Here root 9 means that could be 3 root 2. Just I am giving root 2 these numbers. Just I am using one law. This is square root of m into n there is. Then you could write it as root m into root n strategy. It's the same thing. Same strategy I am using here. The same thing root 16 into 2. So what you could write it now? It's very simple. Root 16 will be 4. 4 root 2. So now a different A1, A2, A3, A4 you got it. So now let's find the common differences in each case. So common difference 1 I am finding, D is equal to A2 minus A1. So that what is the A2 here? A2 is 2 root 2 minus root 2. So it will be a bit confusing question, but you will give a small idea here. Suppose you have 2x minus x. When you subtract x from 2x, what was the remaining thing? That could be 1x. Simply you could write as what? X. Same thing you can say here. When you subtract root 2 from 2 root 2, the final answer will be root 2. I'll find one more difference. So D is equal to A3 minus A2. What is A3 here? So 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. Same idea here. So if you say 3x minus 2x means what you could say? Again 1x, or simply you could write as what? X. When you subtract 2 root 2 from 3 root 2, the answer will be just root 2. So common differences are same. Therefore, we could tell root 2, comma root 8, comma root 18, comma root 32, etc. are in AP. So look at the way I have presented. in the same manner and the same pattern. So you have to present it as an answer in the paper. Now question 5. The question 5, how many two-digit numbers which are divisible by 7? One of the important and interesting question for the exam. So here by using the statement, so we need to write a sequence first. So after that we can find an answer for this question. So which is the first two-digit number which are divisible by 7? So now, so if you write some two-digit numbers, that could be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and so on. Which is the first two-digit number which are divisible by 7 means? You 10 will not go by 7, even 11 no, 12 no, 13 no, but 14 is the first term. You can say the 14 is the first digit. Just you can keep on adding 7 for this to get multiples of 7. So 14, next will be 21, 28 and so on. What is the final or the what last two-digit number which is divisible by what 7? So first let me write some what two-digit number in a what higher manner. So that could be 99, 98, 97. Whether 99 will go by 7, let's discuss once. So 7 ones is 7. So 9 minus 7 means what? It's 2, 29. So 7 fours are 28. So 1 is getting as a reminder, it may not go. Let me go for 98 here. As 7 ones is 7, that would be 2, 8 you take. So 7 fours are 28, as very easy to predict. So you can say, so 98 is the last two-digit number which is divisible by 7. So 98. So now collect the same data. So how many two-digit numbers I need to predict? So 98 is the last term. If you find a position of 98, then you will come to the total number of two-digit numbers. So now, so A is equal to 14 and common difference 14 minus 21 minus 14, that could be 7, and last term A is equal to 98. So use the same concept as solution. The solution will be an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So an is equal to 98. A equals 14 plus n is equal to, I need to calculate, d will be 7. So 14 is on this side. So 98 minus 14, simplify this, 7 times n, it could be 7 and 7 times minus 1, it's minus 7. So 8 minus 4, 4, 9 minus 1 is 84 is equal to, so you can take what, minus 7 this side, b plus 7 is equal to 7n. So 84 plus 7 is 91 is equal to 7n. So divide both sides by 7 because 7 is attached to n. So 7 get cancelled. So this is 7 ones are 7 threes are. So you can say this is 7 ones are 7. Here 2 is going to remain. So 7 threes are 21. Therefore n is equal to 13. Since 98 is comes under 13th position and 98 is a last term, so therefore, so how many two-digit numbers are divisible by 7 now? So there will be 13 two-digit numbers. In this class, so we have discussed top 5 problems of AP which may appear for upcoming exam. Thank you.